Hello, everybody, and welcome to another stream brought to you by me, Tabletop Junkie, your favorite tabletop master. Let's face it, I have a problem, everyone, and I like games. So, I don't know if that... Ooh, that's not what I wanted. So, not sure if that's a bad thing, a good thing. It's a thing. So, not to get too long on a rant, because I'm not sure how long this stream is going to go, because there's a few things I do want to cover. Quite a bit of things I want to cover. I'm here promoting, I don't know if many of you guys know, I'm promoting a gentleman named Bear, the Gen X GM. So if any of you guys among the tabletop community knows who I'm talking about, which King I know, you know, yes, I'm calling you out in the middle of the stream, deal with it. That's who I'm going to be promoting and talking about today. Now, your main question probably is, Tabletop, why are you doing this? Well, I'm going to explain why. The guy's just got a beautiful fucking mind. I mean, he's got, I have a beautiful mind in some ways as well, but, holy crap, I keep doing this crap. There we go. Sorry, I keep disappearing on you guys. But, that's what I wanted. But, it's not at the level of what Bear is. Bear is a comic book writer as well. And with comic books, we get the main trope of, there's comics. For those who are Big Bang Theory people, we all know there's comics, which is like a funny strip, and then there's comic books, which is different. But what basically started the comic book industry was superheroes. Those who with extraordinary powers can do extraordinary things. And so on and so forth. So I wanted to kind of really, talk about these things. I've actually hung out with Bear on stream, in one of his chats, actually. I have not hung out with him. He hasn't. I haven't joined any of his games or anything like that. But I've been kind of pining over, flipping through his actual book called Heroic, which I'm actually going to share here in just a hot second. I'm actually going to pull it up. So we're going to pull it up right here. I'm going to do a screen share real quick. And we are in the wrong one. And here we are, everybody. We're going to talk about Heroic for a little bit. Whole Universe uses featuring the mighty superhero role-playing game system. Now, for many of you, you guys are probably thinking, well, we have that with Mutants and Mastermind and whatnot. And, well, you know what? I've really been kind of pining over that as well. Mutants and Mastermind the setup is kind of crunchy. I know I have not done a official review on Mutants Mastermind yet. I am collecting the books because I am going to be running Mutants Mastermind in the future. No, not everything is going to be off the Heroic system, but I actually thought that, I actually am thinking I'm going to do both. Because both systems have an interesting positive side and negative side to pretty much everything. I mean, you're always going to get... who the hell? Oh, it's Chris.
Mine too.
Yeah, give me just a hot second. I gotta get you in here. Oh, for God's sake, where the hell is the damn... Okay, there's that one. Oh, wait, maybe... Oh, shit, it's right behind this thing. Oh, here we go. Right behind this giant-ass picture I got here. I'm going to pull up the picture for you in a minute, too, so just hang tight there, sir. Everybody, you're probably seeing me flip through this.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you were live. My bad.
Oh, yeah. You didn't notice. That's why I said, what the hell? Who do you think I'm talking to in here? Myself?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Chris thinks I lost my mind, everybody.
When haven't you lost your mind?
Oh, dude, I lose my mind every time we talk about books. Let's just get over that. Lately I've been reading the Dresden Files, and I'm a big fan of Jim Butcher. Gonna put that out there for you guys right now. Alright, here we go. Not perfect, but perfect enough. Alright, and I may need to... Alright, so, to give me just a hot second, everybody. I gotta pull up another screen. Please do not... There we go. Oh, got it. We all fucked up. Now we all fucked up. We're all fucked up everywhere. Which way? In every direction. Here we go. Get this fixed. Okay, that's perfect. Then we'll just fix Chris here, everybody. Alright, let me take away the screen share for just a fucking moment so I can fix this shit.
Alright.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Would it be better if I just leave and let you finish?
No, I just fucking finished this. Okay, I just got everything worked. You're in here now. You're here to stay. Oh Lord. Now he asks about that question. But anyway, all right, here we go. All right, so as you guys, all right, so Chris, we're just going over this heroic game that we've talked about before in the past. I know you and I both have. And oh my God, I got messages. Oh, it's just you. Okay, good. Good. Nobody else is trying to get a hold of me right now. So, all right. So, what the hell was I saying before I got interrupted? Let me think. Something about superheroes. Yeah, we're talking about superpowered superheroes, and I was talking about the difference between. I was talking about Mutants Mastermind and comparing both these systems because I've been reading this book lately. First off, who can't love this cover? Seriously,
It definitely does scream American superhero.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, who cannot love that cover? Like, freaking reality here.
Yeah, definitely makes me think of like 1990s superheroes.
Oh yeah.
With a little splash of the 70s because of the Technicolor rainbow behind her.
Right. 100%, 110%.
Problem is, it's now gone. There it is.
Oh, it's there. It's there. Okay, good. It's there. I just have to move us around because a lot of things are no longer working with Discord and OBS anymore.
Sorry.
Bastards. Oh, not your... No. It's just some of the updates. I used to be able to put things in... Like this thing. Like, I was able to put this thing here. But it seems like it's freezing us up. So... Oh, I guess I could do this. Move it when I need to. So... Because the main thing I do want to talk about... Real quick before we start flipping through the book is, superheroes in general. And it's like, okay, so I've got two systems that I plan on running games in. One is going to be Mutants and Mastermind easily just because it's been out. I've had, and I've read through that book. I thumbed through that book. I've been watching YouTube videos. I learned that system. It's a little bit more crunchier than this system here. But I do like where Bear was taking Heroic and what he's planning on doing with his game. I've been talking with him a lot lately, so I've been actually, I haven't joined any of his games to see how it is yet. I probably am going to sit down and probably watch an actual play probably for a little bit tonight. Just because I do want to get familiar with the system and I do want to make a character. This does Mutants Mastermind. What a lot of people don't think is it is a very flexible system as well. However, it's not as flexible as this system, which is both true and not true. you can truthfully flex Mutants and Mastermind to the point of what you're looking for in a superhero RPG. Yes, everyone has seen me moving around because I look like I'm bigger than Chris, and I'm trying to make him the same size as me. And it just doesn't not look like it's gonna pan out. So that's just the way it is.
Yeah. It's
So I'm done messing with it. All right. So anyway, you can totally flex that system to where you want it. It's just the issue is it's going to be the biggest problem with it is it's going to be crunchier than what this system is willing to be. So that's why I'm actually kind of going through this. Am I doing an actual review on a system? Well, this is just the beta version 3.1. I will be getting a new book when he brings out the other one, which I will not announce because I did speak with him personally. He did share with me some information regarding of when he's looking for the first copy to be out and what would be available to us. And so I'm gonna go with. I'm not releasing any of that information to any of you. You want to do that? Go to his channel. Figure that out for yourself. But that's his business, not mine. And I don't want to be stepping on anyone's toes because I'm not looking to do that. I'm literally here trying to promote someone.
This is the one that's still under development, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's a very awesome guy. Like I said, I actually got to sit down and chat with him a little bit. Not too much. He shared a couple chill streams where he had AI generated music, which I didn't know it was AI generated. It did sound like it, but I thought, well, but with the 80s, you were able to do a lot. There was a lot more creativity in the 1980s than there is today. It is even hard to remember what was technologically available in the 80s versus today because we've developed so much. Like the difference between 99 and 2000 is we went from tube TVs to flat screens in just a few short years. My first flat screen I got just after graduation, which was only 2007. 8 years after 1999. So yeah. Technology has advanced quicker than I think.
Technology.
What's up?
The amazing ability of technology.
Oh yes. Before COVID, work from home was. What's funny is a lot of businesses work from home nowadays due to COVID. And before COVID, I was working in a job which I will not share too much about, but I will say this: I was working in a job that had a lot of technology and relied on so much of it. However, working from home was still a working theory, and they weren't for sure if it was going to be a possibility. So when COVID was striking, I actually got pulled into an office, got sat down, and basically said, if they close their doors, I'm out of a job. Because they're not sure if work from home was going to be possible. They weren't for sure if unemployment was going to be a thing. Everything at this time was in theory. Now it's 2024, and we're talking about something that happened in 2020, a few short years, and we found out that technology has been there for quite some time, and we weren't aware of it. And I was like, my first thought to that was, wow, really? So, and we've even advanced in technology a lot more in today's time from just 2020 to 2024. We are moving pretty quickly comparative to what it was in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I mean, in the 60s and 70s, when the TVs first came out from the 70s to the 80s, there wasn't much of a difference other than I think they went from black and white from the 50s to colored, and I know they also went into sound, but that still took at least 10 years, a whole decade in development. A lot of people weren't for sure what it was going to be like, and most of it, when it was first talked about, it was, talked about on a sketchboard, not so much a marker board. It was a fucking what do you call it? Chalkboard. You know, this was all like theory on a chalkboard, and it took them a couple years to discuss it, a couple years to develop it, a couple years to release it, a couple years for it to become big. By then, 10, 15 years had passed, and you know, that's a lot of time. But
the first demonstration of a colored television was in 1926.
Wow.
Yeah.
But think about it. They still were running off of tube television. So we ran off of that for quite some time then.
Well, I mean, back in like the 20s, everyone was using the radio. The television was still just a new fangled machine that just kind of came out and it's just like, it's new. It's brand new. It's like, what do you do with it? And you would go to the theater to get your news, to get any visual news, to see cartoons, to like, yeah, I mean, go watch Captain America: The First Avenger, and you see Steve Rogers going with some people into the theater to watch, or you see Steve Rogers going into the theater to watch propaganda films before a movie or something like that. That's. I mean, the TV did not become a household item until after World War II, like in the 50s or so. Like that's when it started rolling out.
But we operated with tube but from the 50s up until 1990, or at least 1999, 49 years, almost 50 years, we were running with tube TVs, and actually it was a little bit over that because I don't think the first flat screen came out until after, like I said, I think it was around 2007. I'm actually going to pull that up here. Well, it said the first flat screen television was in 97.
Yeah,
but it didn't really become a major thing until after 2000s.
I mean, I remember those hulking, humongous TVs that would crush you if it tips over, that is about 5 feet tall.
Oh, you're talking about what we call the big screens, the big tube TV.
Yeah,
I think I know what you're talking about because I actually had one. My dad actually went out and bought one, and if it was a roll off the stand, it would kill you.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the ones where it would sit on the ground and.
Oh. No. This sat on the. I'm sorry. This sat on the ground, but he actually literally made a stand for it and then made 5 guys lift it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Your father's a monster.
He was. He's no longer with us today.
Okay.
Yeah. Mind you, we just got rid of that. Actually, my mother just got rid of that stand. Like, not even. It might have been like that stand went from before 99 because he got the TV in 97, and it stayed with the family I think up until sometime between 2013 and 2016.
Yeah, we had
it for damn near 20 years, and that stand was perfectly fine when we got rid of it. People were wondering what we wanted it for. Like, that was a custom stand he built with hardwood.
Yeah. We had it was like one of those TVs where it had like wood kind of paneling kind of on the sides.
Right.
From like the 80s.
Oh yeah.
After my parents got divorced, so we had one of those until my mother moved out, and then we got a more modern-ish TV from and we had that until it busted, and then Mom finally caved and got that was like in the about late 2000s, early 2010s that it, like, we had that TV for almost I think almost 10 years before it blew, and my mother's like, God, now I have to get a new TV. Because she's one of those people that she'll hold on to something for as long as she possibly can until she is forced to get something new. Like she held on to flip phones for as long as possible with actual buttons until they stopped making them, and then she was forced to actually get a iPad or iPhone.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh, here we go.
So why are we talking about technology? Well, very simply put, over time, superheroes was always a thing. I remember when the first Superman comic was, like, I don't remember it personally because I wasn't there, but the first Superman comic I believe was 1929.
Well, that depends. What version of Superman are you talking about? Are you talking about the first Superman, or the first?
The very first one. I'm talking like
So,
Superman in general. What started the whole? Actually, it was 1938.
let's see.
Oh, actually,
Oh,
30.
yeah.
Well, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
it was in development with Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster probably before that, but yeah, 1938 they were releasing strips of Superman who didn't have all the powers that he had, like the laser eye vision, the super strength, or the flight. Like, he had the super strength, the invulnerability against bullets, but he didn't necessarily have flight. Like, he could leap tall buildings.
So the original Superman actually came out in 1933 by the same people.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah.
It wasn't
When I
adapted until after Action Comics, until after 38.
no, actually. So the very first Superman was actually a villain. The comic it was actually a short story by the same people called The Reign of Superman, and it was about a mad scientist with the super intelligence that wanted to try and take over the world.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
okay, but I'm not going back that far. I'm going back
I,
to the Man of
I know.
Steel, the Son of
That's why,
Krypton. Let's
that's
not
that's
let's
why I
not.
said which version are you talking about? Are you talking about the original Superman, or are you talking about Superman?
I'm talking about Superman. That was painstakingly apparent. Painstakingly apparent. You're a pain in my ass, but I
What
love
else
you.
would what else would I be if I wasn't?
Um, I can't, because I could say something, but it might cut. It might cut. Okay, so
But yeah, I mean the original Superman. He what was the introduction? Because I actually, in fact, they just announced like someone updated those old cartoons,
oh yeah,
but
I heard about that.
they look really gorgeous. They look really gorgeous.
I'll
But
have
you know,
to. I'll definitely have to
the
take a look at it.
the introduction to those is faster than the speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. And this was before he got his the ability to fly and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So anyway, um, so here we are. We're going to talk about Heroic, the role playing game. As I stated previously before, I actually have been kind of falling for this game here a little bit. Now, has it peeled me away from Mutants Mastermind? No. Unfortunately, Mutants Mastermind have a place in my heart because I like the power structuring of Mutants Mastermind, where you set a power level for your players and they can match at that power level. And of course, me being the dick that I am and the jackass that I am, I make everybody power level 1 and they have to work their way through. They have to tell me what their hero is doing, even if it's like even if they're just teenagers. Just experimenting with their powers for the first time. That Mutants Mastermind is good for many things, such as power structuring from the beginning to the end, allowing them to achieve a legendary level, allowing them to go from, just saving their local city, whether it's a small town or a city like Smallville or a city like the Metropolis, going into like the bigger areas such as states, states, nations, countries, all this thing, working their way up to the to the solar system, to the galaxy, to the universe, to the multiverse. That is what, that is how I see Mutants Mastermind. How I see Heroic is heroes, and in the same light. Like, they could work their way up. It's just the power structuring here is way more flexible than how Mutants Mastermind is. And you could make Mutants Mastermind as flexible as this. It just, you have to crunch the numbers. Because in Mutants Mastermind, the way the powers work is you construct the power using the basics with the extras, with the flaws, and you can even make up probably your own stuff, homebrew some of your own stuff in there, but it all has to equal out to how many power points they start off with. Whereas with Heroic, it's kind of like that, but a little bit more flexible. And we're gonna actually dive into this right now and go with how maybe we'll make some characters here for some playtesting characters for this, because Bear actually told me he would like it if I could share this on my channel to promote him a little bit more. So I may have to I may do that, because he seems like a really cool guy, and he even shared with me some of the earliest comic designs that he actually made with Lady Liberty here. This is who either Lady America or Lady Liberty. I can't remember her name. I'm gonna find out real quick because it's right here. And this is what you call his flagship. Oh shit! You're not supposed to see that. Let's see. It's cool. It's cool.
The end of the world.
Lady America. Which, we always want someone who, kind of like that. So, but anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that statement.
She's both beautiful and also not too revealing.
I kind of like that. I love his designs. His designs are like very 1980s style, as well as the music he constructs. So let's go in there and start talking about some terms real quick. I'm gonna blow this up. You guys probably won't be able to see it very well. I'm gonna try and see if I can get the image to work. Like, we are all over the place with this, because you know what? In his rendering, like he drew this, and he rendered it with Adobe Acrobat, and his rendering is like freaking like awesome, because like this is.
You probably don't need to go out that wide on with the margins.
What do you mean? What? No, that's just the expanded, so I can read it. It's okay. Either I can go like that or I can go like this. Figure out what. That's hard to read.
I know. I was talking about like. Never mind. Just good. Go ahead.
I'm clicking the zoom button once. This is the zoom out. That's the zoom in. Now, if I can click the zoom in again, it's gonna go fucking huge. All right. So, list the following terms that they have here. 1980X, a term representing a time lock era of the Zenith Universe and an alternate timeline of the 1980s. I cannot say I hate that concept. I actually like that concept. I was actually born in the 80s. And between the 80s and the 90s, so it's basically their universe is locked into the 80s. They will come up with new technology, but within the 1980s feasible technology era. And so like I believe we had the brick phones. The cell phones were a thing. The satellite phones were a thing. Like we probably would develop like gaming computers, but be more 1980 style. So like a gaming computer would be like an entire entertainment center where the chair actually you sit down in a chair and have to elevate yourself up or move yourself around the room. Freaking crazy, right?
Well, I mean, gaming the computers back then, they weren't as bulky as that. They kind of like 80s, 90s computers were basically all the same.
They were pretty bulky.
I mean, you had a monitor, you had a CPU, And dear God, my dog is complaining because he probably saw a rabbit outside.
Sounds like a personal issue. Um, rabbits are funny. All right.
Well, not until Paul gets a hold of them. Then it's an annoying mess.
So these are just a list of terms here. We won't go through all of them. Like power stunt, a creative way of using a power in a new way. Quirks, positive, negative features that help or hinder the character. I think so. Quirks, like positive quirks. I don't know why he just doesn't call them quirks and perks. Perks and quirks. Quirks.
That's not a quirk.
He should have said perks and derps.
Okay.
Anyway, so and then a feature of an exceptional ability or talent, just another word for roll. Any roll of the dice that can fail or succeed. Feat. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty much just a glossary that he has here. This glossary, probably only certain terms will probably come from this glossary over into the actual final product, because Blurn is basically, as he says, beta only, just means he has to write something. He hasn't done anything. So, welcome to Heroic Role-Playing RPG, beta playtest document. I want to thank you all for being a part of this endeavor, and hope you have as much fun playing it as I was getting it all together. This is something I think he's been doing since like 2010. He's been working on it for many, many, many years. So yeah, let's get into enough about some of the stuff. Let's get into some of the basics. So, some of the basics is basically the power ranks. You have power ranks, that go into many different things. Feeble, poor, typical, good, excellent, remarkable, incredible, amazing, mighty, uncanny, spectacular, fantastic, legendary, wondrous, epic, and cosmic. This is Galactus right here. In case anyone's wondering, that is Galactus.
Galactus, Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. Oh God, who they were just talking about this last night on FNT. Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen.
Oh, absolutely. So you got things called values and spread, and each rank has a name and number. So let's go into this. And he's going to expand more on this going forward. Thank God he has examples like right here. So excellent. Okay, so example. Lady America is fighting with an AM-50, which is Amazing 50. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
And wants to punch Skull Smasher, fighting with an excellent 20. Comparing their fight ranks, we see that Lady America is 3 column shifts above Skull Smasher. Is she really? Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit, she is. Oh, okay, so that's how that works. Okay. I was reading this, and I was kind of, like, still how playing it was kind of stumping me, but I think I got it. So on the Universal Table, she has to find a +3 CS column to determine her roll results. Good for everyone to know. I actually freaking have the table downloaded, because I got this from drivethrurpg.com. Okay, so a +3 CS means, okay, so if she rolls a 1 on a D100 for punching this guy, which is a blunt attack, it's a fumble. A 35, so anything between 2 and 34 is just a miss. 35 to 59 is a hit. And 60 to 84 is a slam. And then 85 or better is a stun. That's interesting. Very interesting. And that's at a plus CS3. Okay, awesome. So I guess the shift would be 2 if he was attacking her and she got the result. He got better results. he still follows the -3 CS table, which a 1 is a fumble. 2 to 64. Yes, you heard me. 2 to 64 is a miss. 65 to 89 is just a pure hit. 90 to 99 is a slam, which the damage is so much more damaging. And then to stun her, to do damage and stun her, he has to roll 100. Where she only has to roll 85 or better. That's crazy. That is fucking crazy. Oh, and here it even has things. Oh, so stun. Okay. So depending on your stun, so if your stun was like a 1, you'd have to add it to the KO, which, wow. And depending on which one you get, so if you went with stun, you'd have to take your result and add it to this, which for Lady America, a 1 is, what the fuck? Like, see, I don't understand that one. That's the part that I still don't understand, so we got to read more into this. Here we go. We're going to read. Here we go. All right, reading, everybody. All right. So this VS engine forms the core of the game systems when opposition occurs, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we got that. Here's the universal table. Oh, guess I could have just moved it on down, right? Shut up, Chris. Nobody likes to know it all. All right, so
you don't know anything here, so
yeah.
You're the know-it-all right now.
Yeah, I know you don't. So, all right, let's continue above. Lady America's player drops the dice and rolls a 57, crossing the index on the table. Okay, so crossing the index on the table from 56 to 60 row on the +3 CS column. The Lady A has scored a green result, a successful feat. So, 57. So we're going to go down here. We're going to go right here. Plus, yeah, so a green result. Okay. And a green result, we were just talking about that. So this is where the other table. Oh, so this is where the other table comes in at. So a green result is a hit. Simple hit. Awesome. Now we got to figure out how damage works, because they have HP in this game. Oh. And that seems to be about it. Well, wait, here we go. So, all right, Lady America manages to land a green result as a punch to skull smash. This is type of a feat called a blunt attack, and on a green result, she gets a hit. This means she will do some damage to Skull Smasher. Had she scored yellow, she would have a chance to knock Skull Smasher down, and on the red, she might have even knocked him out. See the combat chapter for more on this. Really? I gotta read that far ahead? All right, moving.
Hey, at least it's directing you to where to go.
Oh, right. So, I guess we can come up in here. Okay, so then the narrator must first decide on the highest rank that can be purchased in the campaign. This is not the highest rank that will appear. Oh. But, like, what level are you guys starting out? 2 ranks of the same level may be added together to create a higher rank. 2 RM30 ranks can be combined to create an IN40. Oh, my God, that's easy fusion. No, I'm just kidding. So if you split ranks apart one time, it goes next rank down, and if you combine them, it goes the next rank up. Fucking love that. I love that. All right, so and then it looks like, depending, do you want your street or low level? So do you want to play Batman? Do you want to play? All right, so basically this is like all non-superpowered superheroes. This is like probably, right here, low-level superheroes that are just starting out, world-class superheroes that are just starting, and then this is probably just like, oh, this is beyond the realm. This is the multiverse, people. I guess we're gonna just create. I guess I'll start creating I'll open up. I actually have a worksheet here that's completely fillable. And I think I'm just going to create a character. Oh, and you guys can see that right there too. But I'm going to be flipping through these pages. So enjoy that. All right. So I guess I can just create a character. I'm going to just do street level, which means I get one RM 30. I forgot what RM stands for. One RM 30, an excellent 20, a GD 10, or 3 GD 10s, and then 4 typical 6s. Damn, that's weak. And it looks like they kind of break that down, and you just break it down until you reach there. So like if you were playing Godlike, you'd start off with 1 Wondrous 1,000, and then just going all the way down until, so you count it down like a pyramid. It follows a pyramid scheme. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. All right, so I guess I'm going to make a character with an RM30. All right, so what kind of character should I make, Chris? I'll let you decide.
Good question. Do you want to do one that gets his powers from a magical item, mutation, or technology? That's good. That's the decision.
That is a good question. I have no idea. I think we're gonna go with. Alien physiology. I'm sorry. I'm just a big Superman guy. What can I say? Weaknesses. I don't think he has any right this minute. At least none that he talks about. What color should his hair be?
Teal.
Teal. Oh dear Lord. All right. He's getting red eyes. There we go.
As for weaknesses, maybe how about for his weakness, the common cold.
What the?
Do it. Do it.
No, I'm not doing that.
Come on.
Male or female? We're gonna do male. We've been calling it a him. And what age should he be at?
34.
25.
We're gonna go with 36, just because she suggested 35, you suggested 34.
I said 25.
Okay, you said 25. Well, then in that case, I'll do, you know what? I will do a happy medium. Let's see here. 32.
I always say 25.
Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, all right. And he's a hero. He's on the side of good, and he wants to. His calling. What should his calling be? I have no idea. I guess we're gonna find that out, right? Whoop. I minimized it. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it goes. All right, so, and here's even some origins: artificial, birthright, legacy, mutant, mystical, outsider. The character is from another world or dimension. Oh, well, I said alien, so there we go.
Another world.
Yep. So he's an outsider, just like Superman. Looking in. So he's going to gain the following powers. Any powers are either inborn or equipment. The player must decide on each power rolled. Okay. And then gain +1 rank to any ability of his choice. And then gain +1 contact representing your connection to the human world. Which means... Okay, I get +1 to contacts. And then... Where the fuck the other one was? Ability. Plus rank to any ability of your choice. Is that the attributes? Purchase abilities. Oh, I believe that might be the attributes. Abilities are purchased at whichever rank is assigned to them. This means if you put... Okay, see primary abilities. Oh, yep, that is totally attributes. Okay. Oh, primary abilities. Here we are. Okay, so I guess we get to figure out which one we want to put a +1 into. Which means he's going to start off at the lowest rank possible. So, okay, so our abilities are fighting, agility, strength, which, okay, so this will start off at an FE02, endurance, reason, intuition, psyche, dynamic. Oh, and that's it. Okay. Sweet. Huh. Well, I guess I don't know what I'm going to put into which one. You know what? My guy's always got to have super strength. That's just... Super strength is the bomb. To me, that's the bomb. So, it's a +1 to strength.
Are you going to make him a shapeshifter or something?
No, I think I'm going to give him Superman's powers. Or at least some of them, not all of them.
Flight, super strength, durability.
Yeah, something like that. Or just might be super strength. Because with an RM30, it might not be so ability, because the highest score he's going to have is a 30.
So, for super strength, you need if he has a weakness, it'd have to be something that would kind of counter that. So, normally with super strength, you would probably need something like super durability, so that you don't have your body breaking down from exerting a lot
Absolutely. So we're gonna say, well, he's got super strength, so at a RM30, that's gonna be like 1 ton. So I guess we're just gonna do this, and then I don't want to say super durability. We'll say, yeah, I guess super durability will be working. Which, I mean, you could kind of break that down with invulnerability, but I think invulnerability would be kind of different.
I think invulnerability is the same thing.
They kind of separate it, they kind of do separate it, though, in the comics, which, I mean, it's kind of nice.
Not invisibility, I was looking for invincibility. Jeez.
Alright, we're going to say invulnerability here.
Yeah,
Which
according to the power list wiki lists it as both durability and invulnerability.
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, we already used our highest one with that one, so we're gonna do we're gonna use an excellent 20 on this one. And then we're gonna also use an excellent 20 on our endurance. Now, if I'm not mistaken, all we have left now, so it goes RM30, EX20, next one in line. You got 2 of those. So 1, 1, and 2. I hope I'm doing this right. And then I got 3 good 10s that I could put in there. I'm going to put, if I put 1 here, this will upgrade to an EX20. So there's that. And then, let's see. Fighting is going to have to be a good GD10 as well as agility.
Oh, this is what the superpower wiki says about the limitations of invulnerability. Only protects against physical effects, damage, harm, alterations, and non-physical, like telepathy and soul-based abilities. May not mean immortality, unless otherwise bestowed. May be vulnerable to toughness altering abilities such as fortitude weakness, density manipulation, and carbon manipulation. Users of absolute attack can inflict damage. weak against users of absolute strength or invulnerability negation bypassing. Unless combined to resist negate it, immobility, pushback resistance, users can be thrown around by attacks, may be vulnerable to certain conditions, substances, or simply have a location on their body that is vulnerable to damage, such as Achilles, where we get the term Achilles heel from.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know, Achilles heel is the place where Achilles' mother was holding him when he was a baby when she dipped him into the river Styx, was it?
I think you're telling the story right. I'm actually not paying attention. I was just throwing some stuff together, but keep going. You're on a roll.
Maybe affected by internal rupturing, dehydration, deoxygenation, may still be affected by death inducement. Since the user's muscle fibers are invulnerable, it is possible for them to tear them to improve. Impossible for them to tear to improve them, such as some can be said for the skeletal structure. Well, I mean, I would say come up with some kind of magical stone that can get past his invulnerability.
Well, or getting hit hard enough would do that. But if you want a magical stone, here, we'll just call it, it won't be a magical stone. It'll be something like, kryptonite. There we go. But I don't know. I don't want to call it kryptonite.
I was going to say, give me a moment here and I can find you something to call it.
10, 20, 40,
Gems?
60. I have 60 health. According to this, I have 60 health. Okay, good. All right. So health. Used to determine the amount of physical damage your character can absorb before losing consciousness and potentially dying. Does not have a rank or rank number, but rather is the sum of the rank numbers of the character's fighting, agility, strength, and endurance. Lost during combat. If reduced to 0, your character is unconscious and may begin to lose endurance ranks. Oh, dear God, that's horrible. Alright, metal. Used to resist mental and spiritual damage. Does not have a rank or rank number, but is the sum of reason, intuition, psych, and dynamic. 6, 12, 18, 24. Oh, God, he could probably get... Alright, karma. Used by the hero as a measurement of experience, allowing the hero to perform anything that may otherwise be impossible. Gain karma by performing heroic and basically honorable acts. Lose karma during dishonorable acts. And of course, if you're playing a villain, there you go. You must always spend a minimum of 10 karma regardless of the amount needed. When spending karma, you always spend... Okay. Huh. Generate when your character is created. You usually start at 0. Oh, okay, cool. So 0 karma. He has jack shit. Resources. A measure of how wealthy your character is and how they may use the wealth. Generated when your character is created. Presented as a rank with rank numbers. Used to determine... Oh, okay. Well, he has nothing. He's homeless. He is homeless.
Oh, he's got no charisma. I think that's probably because he's new to Earth and everything, so he doesn't know our customs and our...
Actually, his charisma would be considered... What's considered charisma? Wisdom is intuition. Intelligence is reason. Psyche is mental strength and willpower. Dynamic, which is the last thing on here, is a typical 6.
So, how about this for weakness? A mineral called monotite.
There you go.
Monatite.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Monotite. It grows from the core of his planet and has made his people sick. That is why he was shipped away. Because they're all dying of a horrible plague. Damn, that is like grim as shit. I'm just going to say that now.
What, they were mining into their world's core and
then came across it by accident. I'm changing this to a PR04 so that way we can at least put his resources at a PR04. Yeah, that way he
You
at
know
least
what would
has
be
something.
that? You know what would be more horrible is that if it was actually a living mineral.
It probably very well could be. We don't know this. Anything could happen. And then renown and initiative. All right, that's it. Initiative. The base initiative modifier is calculated by adding +1 for every rank of agility and intuition above typical 6. So agility and intuition. Okay, so it's got to be above. By adding +1 for every rank of agility above. Okay. So. Oh. So it's represented by a +1 number. Okay, so typical 6. The next one is GD10. So agility and intuition. Unfortunately, intuition wouldn't count. That's a 0. And agility does give at least 1 for initiative. So +1. Huh. And renown is 0. That's probably by how famous you made yourself. So, yeah.
You are brand new to Earth.
I know. And and with my skills together, I have no idea what the. I have got to see how this is played. I mean, it looks kind of fancy if you really think about it. I mean, it does look pretty good. Very flexible system. I can't believe I just saved this. Without naming the character sheet. Jesus. Here we go. No. Yeah, save it there. What are you seeing? You're seeing a whole lot of nothing. Alright, so...
The Iron
Rogue
Watchman.
superhero. The Iron Watchman? I like that.
Wouldn't that go underneath what's that second line?
Identity.
Identity.
Like his secret identity.
So I mean, wouldn't that isn't normally the name of the character, and the identity would be Iron Watchman.
No, the identity would be what he's called outside of the thing. The Iron Watchman is actually the name of his hero. The identity is his alter ego. Carl Kent. There we go.
Carl, I'm Bogart.
I'm calling him Carl Kent. So yeah, that seems pretty interesting. Powered movement. 30 in land and water, non-tactical. Huh. Could you imagine having so even if you have flight, base movement, and rank, FE, PREX, and then RM plus is, what do they call it? Spaces per turn. So, how do you come up with base movement? Movement beyond your normal movement action counts as an action.
So it looks like it says 5 feet per space. So
Yes.
for FE would be 10 feet. PRX or PREX would be 25.
PR2EX. Yep, 5 feet.
And then
or 5 feet.
well, no,
each.
it would be so it'd be 25, and then
Okay.
RM would be 50 feet.
But how is that calculated? Like,
Movement.
the character comes from super movement like flight or digging. I'm just talking like regular movement. Oh, maybe I should just consult the damn charts in the back.
That would help.
Yeah. This should have something like that. Let's say evading, grabbing, blah, blah, blah. Movement, dodging, agility. So I guess agility. So agility, yeah, it is agility is considered movement stuff. Alright, fair enough. So my agility is a GD10. Oh. I guess that would self-explain itself. Maybe.
So I have to go back to the chart and see what GD10 says.
I think it's between PR, which is PR is 4, and up to excellent, which is 20. So it would be, let's see. So if we consult the chart at the beginning, love that photo. Cannot express that enough. Alright, so if we consult the chart, where's the fucking chart? No, I want the chart. I want the whole chart. I don't want these little charts right here. I want the whole thing. Here we go. Alright, so yeah, so from poor 4 to excellent 20, it's 5 feet each. So 5, 10, so 15 feet is what I can move per turn. So that's interesting. Don't think
That's if you're flying, correct?
I think that's if you're just walking too. Because like, what's the movement if you're just moving your character? So I haven't, like I said, this character has an agility of 10, which according to the scale chart here, he can run pretty fast. Let's see how fast can he run. Agility. Okay. GD10, some training and dexterity and or accuracy. Oh, I'm not an Olympic professional or superhuman. Damn it.
So you're basically you're a little above average.
Yeah, I'm a short distance runner.
I can just see now you just ran a little ways. You're like, so far away.
Fuck.
Taxi.
Yeah, fuck you, asshole. Right,
So basically, let's say that maybe one of the things you brought from your home world is a hover bike, a hover cycle.
Which means the homeworld has to be pretty well,
Technologically advanced.
yes.
Well, I mean, you are, after all, coming from that world to Earth in 1980, kind of in a pseudo 1980s style. So, being more technologically advanced than Earth would probably be in the requisite.
Oh, that is true. That is true. All right. Well, that's what we came up with. We didn't come up with any talents or quirks. I'm not even sure if there's anything on that.
How does he? Like, how is he in intelligence?
Oh, here we go. Talents usually provide a +1 CS bonus with a particular type of feat. Exceptionally will be noted. These talents can be specialized with, which costs another pick. Okay. So I think you can pick one if you sacrifice to get a talent. You'd probably have to sacrifice one of your ranks, or downgrade one of your ranks to sacrifice for a talent. That's interesting. I can. That seems easy enough. So
I think I just saw one of the
it
talents
does take.
say law.
What's up?
I think I saw one of the talents say law, which I'm just thinking to myself in my head, Judge Dredd saying, "I am the law."
Yeah.
further up.
Okay, yeah, I see that right here. Actually, this one, law enforcement, or
no,
you're talking like law. +1 CS to reason, feats related to the practice of law. I am the law. You know, that is if your hero is probably towing a huge line of like becoming a hero or a rogue.
I am the law.
Well, all right.
Harvey actually now wants to watch Shred.
Overall, like, this is not going to be a real review, just because for the simple fact, he even has a villain section for this. Holy crap, that's interesting.
I mean, what's the point of having heroes without a villain?
Oh yeah, like
the point of a hero is to make a villain look better.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
Hey, this is where we can come up with your archenemy, a creature made from what was it now? Monotite.
that sounds really like, oh, it's a living rock. Imagine that.
Hey, I mean, there are such things out there.
I mean, I guess we can look into that, but doesn't mean we're going to. So anyway, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much not done, but just some good things to look at. I do have one more book to cover, but I know we've been dealing with this for
An hour.
a little over an hour. So let's crack into this bad boy. So with every book that, with every hero game that comes out, you always got to have a universal book. We're not going to go too much into this. So I did acquire this from Bear one time. He put it in one of his chats on one of his streams for me to look at, because I told him I was interested in his work. And this basically talks, like I said, we're not going to go into it. It goes into more of his universe. Not just Earth, but like how the universe is. The Golden Heroes, what led up to being time locked in the 1980s. It's a whole history of all the heroes he's ever drawn or done. And this is a close to a 50-page book. So with every book, you always have to have one of these, because even what is it? Even Mutants Mastermind actually has it. So just some things to look at. Like I said, I don't want to go too much into it yet, because I want to go into it inside of a game.
So basically, this book is the world building book.
Yes, very much so. This is just some stuff to look at. I wanted to do a stream on this today, basically to promote that, hey, there is a if you're having issues with coming up with a superhero game. Like, I know there was Venture City for Fate Core, but man, the only problem I have with Fate Core at times is how easy a player can just manipulate everything into his favor if things are not easily gone through. I don't know. I just think it's always good to have a good structural system, but that's just me. Mm-hmm. This is one of those. Like I said, we just went through a little bit of it. I think it's a good system. I'm waiting for the finished product, but in the meantime, I do actually probably want to go through some of his playtests, just because I think it'd be interesting. But that is just my personal opinion. So this isn't like an actual review, but we're just going over a little bit of his work. I'm actually going to, when his book is released, I'm actually going to get it and go through an actual review of his finished product. That I will do. But so far, with what I'm seeing with the beta version, I'm actually very much impressed. Chris, any final words?
No, this is interesting. It would be interesting to explore more.
Well, we're gonna go find an actual play and do that, and I'm gonna make some food though, because I'm a little hungry. Doing this is makes one hungry. Or at least just me anyway. All right, well, that's everything I have at this time for now. I am probably going to do a review of Mutants Mastermind here pretty soon, because I think I'm getting on a superhero kick for a little bit. I'm not too big of a superhero kick, because my next game that I'm trying to run is Mechton Zeta. Because who doesn't want to pilot giant mechs? I mean, I want to pilot giant mechs all the time. I am mad, Man, I watch Gundam. So
Hey,
some
we still need
thoughts.
fish.
We need, yeah, we'll have to talk about that outside of the stream because I'm still having some issues. So I'm not happy. I have to call someone on that.
We have a huge list of stuff that we're watching. So
Yes, we do. Anyway, all right. Well, for those who tuned in, I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope this was a little enlightening into that. You can definitely get that book off of drivethrurpg.com and test play it for yourselves. Read through it, test play it. I think you guys might actually, I think a lot of you might actually find it useful, especially if you like superheroes. Who doesn't like superheroes? I mean, I know Disney and Warner Brothers kind of screwed up some shit.
hey, but that Deadpool and Wolverine movie is looking interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you not-
I
have you
gotta
not
give
been-
that a chance.
Have you not been watching the trailers? They're actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
The question is will this be prompt? Excuse me. Will this prompt Disney to alter their trajectory with Marvel? Don't know. Probably not. But hey,
We shall see. Well, that's everything I have this time. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And to remember to work hard, play hard, game on, everybody. Have a great and wonderful night.